Good afternoon and welcome to a sunny afternoon in East London. We are here at the Rush Green Stadium to watch West Ham United take on Swansea City in the final group stage match of this season's Premier League Cup. For the first time this season, the Young Hammers come into this one on the back of 2 consecutive defeats, but with qualification into the next round already secured, a chance today to get back to winning ways with the pressure off. As for Swansea, they are unable to proceed through to the next round after only picking up 3 points from their first 5 games. But with their struggles in the league, which is 2 below that of West Ham, today presents an opportunity to perhaps regain some form and some much needed confidence. So let's take a look at how the 2 teams line up, starting with the Hammers. In goal is Christian Heggie with a back 4 of Clayton, Alese, Lang and Robinson. Archie Woods makes his under-23s debut in the midfield alongside Chesters and Swire. Armstrong Okaflex starts out on the left with Andrei Yarmolenko on the right, with Sonny Perkins through the middle. On the bench this afternoon are Fevrier, Kinnear, Mabama, Baptiste and Ashley. And for the Swans, in goal, Nico Hansen with Rashisha, Jones, Butler, Eriksson and McFadden in a back 5. Abdullahi, Lloyd and Cotterill in the midfield with Campbell and Whittaker, the attackers. And on the bench for the visitors are Thomas, Evans, Freeman, Stafford and Congreve. And joining me on commentary today is former West Ham defender and recently appointed Assistant Head of Coaching at the Academy of Football, Kenny Brown. Good afternoon, Kenny. What are your thoughts ahead of the match today?
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Like you say, it's a bit of a dead rubber as a game, but they tend to then be a little bit more open, a little bit more exciting. So I'm expecting a good game this afternoon.
Yep, the 2 sides last met in the second group stage game of the Premier League Cup. It was a 4-2 win on that occasion for West Ham. Alese, Fevrier, Okaflex and Dew getting on the score sheet with Abdullahi and Whittaker for Swansea. But yeah, this has been a really strong season for the Hammers so far, but for the first time, as I say, come off the back of 2 straight defeats this season. What are you looking for today in terms of a mental response to losing 2 games, right? It's an interesting challenge, or an opportunity for this team, perhaps.
Yeah, I suppose there's 2 ways of doing it. I'm sure that both Steve and Kevin and Robbo have got them well prepared. You know, they'll be looking for a performance above anything else. Like you said, the actual result is probably a little bit irrelevant. So they'll be looking for performances from the players, and there's a great opportunity for like you said again, for maybe a couple of these young players to obviously cement themselves in the under-23s now.
Yeah, the likes of Regan Clayton Jr., Robinson and Archie Woods just coming into the side this afternoon, often seen in the under-18 side, but a chance for them today to really make a mark. Obviously they're helped by the senior appearance of Andrei Yarmolenko, who will start out on this near touchline. And the man in the middle this afternoon is referee Ryan Atkin. He'll be assisted by Benjamin Williamson and Daniel Todd, and the 4th official is Abigail Byrne this afternoon. As the 2 captains contest the toss, that's Ajibola Alese and his opposite number, Ben Eriksson, the Welsh centre half. And it'll be the Swans to get us underway here, kicking from right to left in this first half. It'll be Terrell Whittaker, the man standing over the kickoff, as we await the whistle of Ryan Atkin. And we get things underway. As Yarmolenko there challenging in his first aerial duel, but Terrell Whittaker is battling in the midfield there. Does look like it's going to be back three for Swansea this afternoon for the three attackers of West Ham to have a go at. Kenny, in terms of a style of football, obviously it's spoken about the West Ham United way. Can you just shed a little bit of light on what we can expect to see from a tactical perspective this afternoon?
Well, yeah, I think that, you know, as a club, throughout the club, always looking to dominate possession. And, you know, that's why it's really good to see Archie Woods in there. You know, a very technical play. He's going to be the pivot, sitting in front of the back four. A lot of the play will come through him. Obviously, you've got, like you've just mentioned, the three attackers, Sonny down the middle. So again, it's dominating possession, passing, getting through the ball through the thirds, and exploiting spaces and overloads. So it will be interesting to see how we move their back three, because obviously they're going to be up just solely up against Sonny, so that they can be a little bit aggressive.
Certainly, and Junior Robinson looking to set away Yarmolenko, but he's just gone slightly too early there. But Yarmolenko's going to give Ben Eriksson one of his toughest tasks, I imagine, yet. Probably not used to facing an international with such calibre during his time in the academy, Ben Eriksson. Here's Ben Lloyd. He looks for the run in behind of Lincoln McFadden, but it'll run through to the Hungarian goalkeeper, Christian Hegyi. As Chester's just exchanging an early pass with young Archie Woods. Come through the age groups here at the Academy of Football and was captain of both the under-15s and under-16s. A lifelong West Ham fan at that. As the ball's played down the line, as Perkins trying to get him behind here, and Eriksson's had to come off and time his challenge well there. Good, strong challenge there from Ben Eriksson, but Sonny Perkins just looking to dart in behind that Swansea defence.
I think that's what you get with Sonny, is that, you know, we're talking about playing through the thirds and dominate possession. He does give you that outlet. He does look to run in behind. So to have that as an option is really good to stretch them defenders and stretch Swansea's back three.
Here's Robinson, finds the feet of Chesters, and he's got Yarmolenko running ahead of him, taking on Eriksson once more. Wants to come back on the left, or will he go to the byline? But waits to the overlapping runner. Judy Robinson, who delivers low, and is dealt with at the near post by Tivonge Roshesha. But that's good movement from the youthful right wing back in Junior Robinson there. Interesting partnership on the right hand side with the young Junior Robinson making his first appearance for the 23s, matched up with Andrei Yarmolenko of the seniors. But an early chance here for West Ham and Dan Chesters to deliver a ball of quality into the Swansea City box. And as a man's gone down in the middle, I think it was Ajibola Alese there, but play continues. So Swire goes down towards the byline. He's got a little bit of time and space to deliver a cross here, and it's up towards Alese. Cleared as far as Robinson. Now here's Armstrong Okaflex. Feeds it to Yarmolenko and exchanges passes with the Ukrainian winger. Still going Okaflex. Such a talent when he drives at opposition defences. And Regan Clayton just making sure he's able to get enough on that one to get it back to his keeper. Regan Clayton, of course, made his debut for the 23s. But anyway, here is Sonny Perkins, and he's got plenty of space behind here, and it's a big, big chance early on. Sonny Perkins still going now, Yarmolenko, and it's somehow just fizzled out there, not quite sure. I think Sonny Perkins just got it stuck on his feet, and then Yarmolenko is unable to take advantage of the situation. But that's what you're talking about, Kenny, there. Perkins managing to find that space in behind.
Yeah, exactly that. He's, like I say, he's always looking. Yes, he can hold the play up, but he does give you that really good option. And with the quality of Junior there, just leaving it in a space for him to come onto. A little bit more luck, and maybe the ball run our way. We could be 1-0 up by now.
Levi Lang and Adjodo Alesse at the heart of the West Ham defence this afternoon. Continuing their partnership over the last 4 or 5 games. It was Jamal Baptiste and Alesse, 2 very strong centre-halves, but it's an area that this West Ham, young West Ham side are blessed with. We've seen a number of these 23s go on to make first-team appearances this season. Just how important is that pathway to the first team? We've seen Perkins come off the bench a few times.
I think for any club and for any young players that are within academies, I think it's one thing having a pathway, but what they need is a pathway, but they then need opportunities. I think the good thing that we've seen this season within the club is obviously they've been given them opportunities. That's what the Europa Cup games has lent itself to, and obviously the domestic cup games. So it's having that pathway and it's having the opportunities, and then it's down to the players to take them opportunities. So it's in a good space at the moment.
Certainly is. But here come Swansea with Ben Lloyd, and he's driving at the West Ham defence and sets it left to Lincoln McFadden, who gets into the middle, and Adjodo Alesse just has to be alert there to cut out that danger.
Okay, thank you. Another ball, please. Well, please. When it comes this close, thank you very much. Hey, when we got it, let's relax.
Archie Woods just nipping in there to clear the ball away.
Who put them on that one? Okay, thank you.
Here's Lincoln McFadden playing it left wing back in this 3. And here's McFadden, tries to usher it down the line, but just ran out of play there. The linesman on the near side of judges.
You're good. Thank you. Thank you. Listen. No switch. No switch. Yes, on your right, Nick. On your right.
And Junior Robinson, another one who's got experience in the international setups, come through under 16s and under 17s level for England. And here is perhaps the star man for this under 23 side, Armstrong Okaflex, so good at running at defences. But that one, just a little unfortunate for it just to bobble up and hit his hand. But Armstrong Okaflex, surely a big, exciting talent here at the Academy of Football. I expect, from an outsider's perspective, I expect him to be perhaps knocking on the first team door in the next season or so, or perhaps, actually it'd be interesting to get your view here, Kenny, in terms of the first team development of a player like Armstrong Okaflex. Would you rather see him go out on loan to get perhaps experience elsewhere, or do you think he's best suited to perhaps staying in and around the first team?
It's very much individualised, you know, and I'm sure that the 23 staff and the first team staff are acutely aware of obviously his talent and what would be best for him. It's not one situation fits all, so some benefit from it more than others. But, like you said, he's having a strong performance at the moment for the 23s. So again, he's in a good place. I'm sure it gets reviewed at the end of the season and then see what's best for him going forward.
Certainly, still only 19 years of age, Armstrong Okaflex. Seeing a couple of other players go back out on loan, Connor Coventry and Mayport Abeko getting experience, but Armstrong continues his development here in East London.
Keeper still had the ball when you blew the whistle.
17-year-old Joel Cotterill just on his haunches there. Joel Cotterill been at the club 10 years for Swansea. The cousin of David Cotterill, who made more than 30 appearances for the Swans and represented Wales on 24 occasions, so perhaps something to aspire to for the young central midfielder. That's good feet from Campbell there, just to get out of a little tight spot there. And now Rashesha sets it left to Eriksson. And that's given away a little bit cheaply by Ben Lloyd, and Perkins just has to hold up here, and he does well. And now Chester's got Yarmolenko ahead of him, but turns inside and goes down under the challenge from Ben Lloyd. Looks like Chester's is just going to take this one quickly. West Ham just looking to settle down into some extended phases of possession. Alessi tries to set away Yarmolenko, but I think the flag's going to go up again. It is, but clearly a strategy for Perkins, and Yarmolenko certainly trying to break in behind that Swansea defence. Hasn't quite worked to full effect yet, but danger to this Swans back line nonetheless. Here's Abdullahi. And that one's just going to run out, play a little bit loose from Nico Hansen there. Signed from Everton on a free transfer last summer. Junior Robinson with a chance here. Just level with the penalty area of Swansea. Just cut out by Eriksson. Now twisting and turning is number 10, Rio Campbell, who sets it to Cotterill. Now Abdullahi just receiving it off the centre halves, and he switches it over to Lincoln McFadden. His first time pass just evades Ben Lloyd. And a composed header back to his own goalkeeper by Ajibola Alessi. The back come Swansea, this time it's with Butler. That's really good work there from Swire, and he sets away Armstrong Ockerflex on that left-hand side, trying to take on Butler. Just has to check back inside, but he's still got it, has Armstrong Ockerflex. Now Woods. West Ham just trying to carve an opening here. It's very compact lines from Swansea, finding it difficult to break through. But a free kick over on that far side, which chance. I'm not quite sure. Is it it's a West Ham? Is it a West Ham free kick? I'm kind of. It is a West Ham free kick, just a little bit unclear there. And the referee has brought back play again. Belatedly, Levi Lang and Ajibola Alessi trot forward, bring some height to this free kick. I think Yarmolenko's trotting over, take it. A little bit of confusion there, I think, as to what the situation exactly was, but we're still waiting to take this free kick. And eventually, we are taking this free kick. Yarmolenko towards the back post, just overcooks it slightly. But Alessi will try and keep things alive. Drops it back to Robinson, who just comes out and finds the feet of Archie Woods. And the three Under 18s combining there. Regan Clayton just finding Yarmolenko out left, and he's found the runner Perkins in behind. I think he's going to be just offside here. But there it is again. Just a little bit tighter, that one.
Back here, back here, back here. Keep going, keep going, keep going. That'll do, he's inside. Play in.
Yeah, it's hard to see, but it is nice. Okay, we've been caught offside a couple of times, but we are looking to get in beyond them and stretch them. And a little bit better timing of either the pass or the run, then you know, it'll give us a good opportunity to go in.
And now the high press from West Ham just coming out there, and it's adjudged to have been a fair tackle by the linesman on the near side. You feel that West Ham just starting to build a bit of pressure on this Swans defence. Robinson. Back into Archie Woods, and he'll play back to Levi Lang, who looks to open things up onto the other side of the pitch, and he does that via Alese, who finds the feet of Clayton. His pass does well to find Sonny Perkins, who just holds it up, and Woods has to be a little bit careful there, just hold on to possession. But it falls kindly for the youngster. I have to say, it's been a bright start for the youngsters coming into the team, and impressed already with Archie Wood's willingness to receive the ball. Here's Lang, just stepping over halfway and finds the feet of Robinson. Levi Lang had continued his run. He tries to find him, Junior Robinson, but it's another throw-in. Here's Alese now with the captain's armband, and finds Camerite Swire, just trying to drive past the Swansea man there, Jacob Jones. And it's hauled to the floor. West Ham looking to get things back moving with Okaflex, who tries reverse pass into Chesters, and it falls kindly for Dan Chesters. And he finds Yarmolenko. And it's still Andre Yarmolenko. He's got Robinson out to his right, but just twists and turns and chooses to go inside and out, but eventually does come the way of Robinson. And now Perkins with a nice switch ball out towards Regan Clayton, and his first touch advances him forward. Just can't get past Jacob Jones on the first attempt. And now Okaflex trying to dart into the box. Still with Okaflex. Towards the byline, still Okaflex, and eventually it's dealt with. I think it's Scott Butler making the all-important challenge there, but back come West Ham, but it's just been outplayed it. But West Ham really starting to crank up the pressure now. Yeah,
really good spell of, like you say, pressure, playing in Swansea's half, retaining the ball, trying to be clever, looking for combinations. Hasn't quite come off, but yeah, it's been bright. It's been a bright start, and as you mentioned earlier, we've been. It's lovely to see the three scholars that are obviously playing in the back with Archie. Junior and Regan all playing very confidently and starting the game very well.
They certainly are. They might have something to deal with here, especially Junior Robinson. He looks to deal with the threat of Lincoln McFadden. McFadden just checks one way and goes back onto his left foot, and it's a strong right hand from Christian Heggie to deny Lincoln McFadden. Really smart save from the Hungarian stopper.
Yeah, he's a good save there. He just put Junior onto his back foot, made a yard, and good strike and a good save.
An early warning sign from Swansea to West Ham. West Ham had dominated ball so far, but that's perhaps the clearest sight of goal we've seen so far. A chance for them to work another opportunity here from the corner. Delivered towards a near post, but it's eventually cleared at the second time of asking by Sonny Perkins, and the threat is relieved for the time being. And here's the Welsh centre-half, Tivonge Rashesha. Has made his first team debut in the Carabao Cup against Cambridge United back in August. And here is Rashesha with plenty of time on the ball, but he's just waiting for a forward option. Eventually does give away, just lack of option. It's threaded through to Yarmolenko by Chesters. And a chance here, Chesters pulls it back. Yarmolenko, in fact, rather, pulling it back for the feet of Dan Chesters, but it's a block by Azim Abdullahi there. But a good little exchange between Andre Yarmolenko and Dan Chesters there. And again, Yarmolenko breaking in behind that Swansea defence. Yarmolenko clips one towards the penalty spot, and it's nodded towards goal, and it's Levi Lang, I think, they're getting up at the far post, and a good chance, but it is cleared away. And now here comes Campbell. He's trying to set away Terrell Whittaker. That's a really good interception from Junior Robinson. And good control by Yarmolenko, but the pass doesn't quite match. And Swansea look to build again with Jacob Jones. Hansen just looks out wide. He's just taken off the toes of Lincoln McFadden by Ben Lloyd, but Ben Lloyd's done well to hassle and hurry, and he's found Whittaker. It's a great chance. He pokes it through the legs of Heggie, but the offside flag is up on the far side. That's a smart finish by Terrell Whittaker, but perhaps a little bit fortunate there. I think it was Levi Lang who lost possession, and you can see he is just offside there. I think Ajibola Olese was very aware of his positioning there, just to allow the Swansea striker to run through onto that one. Kenny, how do you think Mark Robson will be, what will be in his thoughts right now after the first 25 or so minutes?
He's probably sitting there quite content. He'd obviously being mindful of just them lapses of concentration at the back, which could have proved costly. But in general, I would think he'll be quite content. He'd probably like us to create a bit more. But in general, we've been there or thereabouts. So, you know, like you say, first 20 minutes, it's still in the balance, but I think you can be quite pleased with the performances so far.
Yeah, it's been a fairly comfortable opening 25 minutes for West Ham without really testing Nico Hansen in the Swansea goal, but looked assured in possession, just trying to find ways to manufacture a chance, and that's well played from Robinson. The advantage was initially played, but referee deems there to be no advantage despite Yarmolenko running away on the right-hand side. Dan Chesters just gets things underway quickly. West Ham really keen to keep the ball in their possession. try and work the opportunity. And Ockerflex just trying to drive the defence there, but on this occasion dispossessed. And now away comes Ben Lloyd. That's really, really smart from Archie Woods. And now just trying to set away Sonny Perkins was Kamari Swire there. That's a really good interception from Archie Woods just to halt that Swansea City attack. Swansea just being put under a little bit of pressure there, but they do well to work themselves out of it, but eventually it does fall the way of a claret and blue shirt. Regan Clayton was there just to pick up the pieces, and that's good vision and awareness to spot the switch of play over to Levi Lang. Clayton tries to find that running behind Perkins again, but doesn't quite make it through to the striker. Good first touch from Lloyd. Now Eriksson plays it back into the attack midfielder. Has probably been the bright spark for Swansea so far, as well as Lincoln McFadden, who I think was initially trying to get onto the end of that ball, but it just faded away. Now Jones. And that's a little bit sloppy. And West Ham had the ball firmly back under control. Here's a Lesse into the feet of Swire, who takes it well on the turn and prodded down line towards Ockerflex by Regan Clayton. The pair exchange again, and Ockerflex does well to get through a number of challenges there, but eventually just bobbles away. But he almost managed to nick it off there, and they have, in fact, with Yarmolenko. And now Robinson, he's got numbers in the middle, and one of them is Ockerflex, who I think that cross was aimed at, but it just runs all the way through number 3, Jacob Jones. Swansea clearly playing with a similar approach to West Ham. The primary focus to keep hold of that ball on the deck. Short pass in, it's proven difficult for both sides to really find their way through. Now Chester just trying to dart inside, manages to get past Lloyd. Now Clayton into the feet of Perkins. His touch is slightly heavy. And again, it falls away of the visitors. Just stuttering in possession there was Scott Butler under pressure. West Ham not in too much of a hurry to press really high, but they are pressing midway through the Swansea half. As the ball's fed into Whitaker, his attempted first-time pass works out well in his favour. But that's a well-timed challenge from Junior Robinson to win possession back. Just a reminder of the format of this Premier League Cup competition. It's Champions League style format, so group stage is followed by round of 16 onwards. And West Ham currently sitting second in the table prior to this final group game. Just behind Wolverhampton Wanderers on a point more than the Hammers. And Swansea, unfortunately for them, already out of the competition. Exeter City were the other team. And Wolves and Exeter play on Monday afternoon. And now Chester's stepping into midfield. I think it was Archie Woods, in fact, but here's Clayton. And he goes down under a challenge.
Really interesting watching the Swansea back line. They're creeping higher and higher, leaving a lot of grass behind them.
And a chance for perhaps Yarmolenko to feed him behind here. He's got Perkins, and it almost runs through for Sonny Perkins, just finding that space, as you say, in behind that Swansea defence.
Yeah, they're just keeping quite a high line, and you do feel that they are taking a little bit of a risk, like I say, with the likes of Sonny, who's always looking to get in beyond.
It's making it difficult for West Ham to break it down in the midfield of those tight lines, but as you said, there are gaps certainly opening up in behind the Swansea defence. We've seen on a few occasions now. Julian Robinson just heads it down, but it does fall the way of McFadden. Now Lloyd goes down under pressure. And here's Archie Woods there contesting. Here's Butler. It's not out of play by Levi Lang. But Lincoln McFadden takes it quickly. It's in towards Whittaker, and he's manhandled and a little bit too forcibly by Tyrell Whittaker. And Alessi just in a little bit of an awkward spot here, but he shows really good composure to twist and turn out there. That's actually a fantastic forward pass to Sonny Perkins. He's managed to find some space in that left flank, trying to take on Azim Abdullahi. Goes towards the byline and just can't quite get his cross in, but that's really well played by Ajibola Alessi at the back there, just to turn out of danger and play that forward pass. Just taken quickly there on the throw-in, but it's dealt with by Jacob Jones, but Regan Clayton will get a second chance to deliver this throw-in. A chance here to break through the lines. It's with Sonny Perkins, but it just loses out to Azim Abdullahi on this occasion. Things just got a little bit crowded there on the edge of the area and just unable to create an opening. Here's Butler. Plays it into Rio Campbell, who's got some space. He sets it to Lloyd, and now Ben Lloyd driving out to this left-hand side. And Lincoln McFadden, he delivers into the box, but it's cleared away by Swire. And nearly a chance for Chester to get to the end of that one, but just couldn't get the afterburners on. That's good pressure, and West Ham managed to win the ball back, and it's with Chester. He's got Perkins ahead of him, but this time again, it's just not quite working out for West Ham in that final third.
Yeah, just need to take a little bit more care on that final pass, and if they do so, then they will get in. But like you say, it's just breaking down at the moment.
Swansea just taking the tempo down a notch or two, looking to hold on to possession. They decide to go longer on that occasion. It almost ends up in behind the West Ham defence, but it was a good header from Adjuredo Alesse on that occasion. Leng spots the run of Robinson in behind, but again on this occasion just unable to find that space, but it is there to be taken advantage of, certainly, and Robinson just spotting that. But unfortunately on this occasion Levi Lang just unable to exploit that space in behind, and Swansea have a man down here. I think it's Scott Butler, former Wrexham centre-half, signed back in 2019. It's a break and play. Kenny, obviously back at the club now, taking up that role of a assistant head of coaching. How does it feel to be back at West Ham United?
Yeah, it's been really good. I've been made to feel very welcome, and it hasn't been hard to come into a really good environment that's been created here, and I'm enjoying every day working with really good people, and obviously back at a club that means a lot to me.
Yeah, we spoke before kickoff about obviously your family are West Ham fans, and you had to pull on the Millwall colours. Is it good news for your kids to see you back in the claret and blue on a regular basis?
It's easier, yeah, it's definitely easier. But I've got to say, you know, my time at Millwall was it's a terrific football club. Again, really similar to West Ham in their values, which I like. And you know, I've been very fortunate. I've both played and now worked at both clubs, both very similar, and enjoyed both lots. But I'm really enjoying my time here, and I'm really looking to see what the future holds.
Certainly, and we are back underway here after Scott Butler just received treatment. He has stayed on to continue. And Yarmolenko just holding off Ben Eriksson there and switching the play over towards Alesse. Now Swire just trying to play the ball in behind, but he found the feet of Perkins instead. He was unable to just hold that up, but there is Scott Butler, who seems fit to continue. Eriksson. I think that was aimed for Whittaker, but Lloyd just decided he wanted to bring that one under his spell, but he was unable to keep that one under his control. And there's that ball played over the top again. Perkins just perhaps realising that he might have been offside there and choosing not to go after that one. Here's Rochesha trying to inject some pace into his side's attack, and now perhaps a chance for Joel Cotterill to set away Lincoln McFadden, but again, good covering of the depth there from Junior Robinson.
Yeah, good defending there by Junior, good positioning.
Yeah, he's really settled down. None of the three scholars look out of place at all in this very strong under-23 side as well. Of course, the 23s sitting second in the Premier League 2 table at the moment, just behind Man City. 4 points behind at the moment, West Ham in the table, but they do have a game in hand. In fact, their next league game is away in Manchester against Man City, so a big opportunity there to catch up on the citizens. That's good interchange from Swansea there, and now Azim Abdullahi's got
Lincoln McFadden, who's broken around this left-hand side and plays it back and towards Ben Lloyd. He's going to go for that far corner and just flashes wide of Christian Hegge's left post. And I think he might have got a touch on that, in fact, and it's gone for a corner. But a decent effort that from Ben Lloyd.
Yeah, nice little passage of play from Swansea. Sucked the players out. Archie got drawn out of the little hole and they played round him, and suddenly they're through in, and in the end it turned out to be a really good save.
Yes, a couple of times now Christian Hegge's been called into action, but he has answered. And perhaps something more to deal with here as Jacob Jones stands over the corner. This one's high and it's delivered towards the centre of that penalty area, but Alessi's there and he clatters in. It's a great save from Alessi, but that's a uncomfortable incident there. Alessi just blew in trying to clear that, and he was well within his rights to do so, but I think it's Azim Abdullahi who has gone down, and that's a nasty looking collision there.
Yeah, that does look a nasty challenge, and with good intent, but when you look at it, well, you just hope that both players are fine.
Yeah, certainly looks like the Swansea player came off worse there. You can see he's clearly in some discomfort. But the medics sat next to us were quick on the scene.
Yeah, no malice in the challenge. It was just two honest players going for it.
Alessi looks like he's come off better and he's able to get back to his feet. But I think it is Azim Abdullahi, who was signed last summer after his release from Leicester and actually scored in the reverse fixture early in the season, got his first goal of the season there.
Tony.
We'll just hope that he is okay. And he is back to his feet, Azim Abdullahi. I'm not sure if he'll be given the all clear to continue. He is running off towards the touchline, but it's good to see at least he's back to his feet.
No, that is good to see. You always expect the worst, especially after a really heavy challenge like that, where there's a clash of heads.
Yeah, on the first review of that replay, it didn't look like a good one, but it's yeah, good to see him back on his feet. Sure, we'll just wait to get given the all clear in case of any concussion protocols, but initially seems like he'll be okay to continue. Player just asking the referee Ryan Atkin what decision he's given here. I'm not really sure what the fair decision there is. Perhaps just a drop ball for Christian Hegge, I think, is what the referee's opted for there. Well, it was actually a fine save, I think, by Hegge just after that headed clearance, managed to claw one away. But I think, yeah, Azim Abdullahi has been replaced, and it is John Freeman who comes on to replace him. But at least Abdullahi's, it seemed okay there. He has run off, but seemed healthy enough to not have to worry too much about that one. But he's unable to continue this afternoon, so Freeman comes into the midfield. I think Joel Cotterill is just going to assume that deeper role that Abdullahi was in. But tried to switch the play, but it's dealt with well again by Junior Robinson. His leg, trying to look for the ball over the top again, but not sure Yarmolenko was anticipating it on that occasion. And Yarmolenko just taking up that central role now. I think Perkins was just dropping into centre half. I missed that one. Kenny was
Good job, someone's on it today.
I couldn't for the life of me see where he'd gone. I was, but yeah, he was just starting in the left centre half while Alessio just received last bit of treatment in that challenge. But he's back on the pitch now as Yarmolenko tries to find a pass out to Okaflex, but now Swire. He finds Okaflex, he's got into the box there, tries to clip across him, but manages to win a corner. Now Okaflex stands over the corner on the far side, and with only moments remaining of this half, a late chance for West Ham to go in and take the lead. Cross in towards the near post, it's flicked on, it's in! Oh no, it's not. Is it in? It is. There's not much celebration there. That was a weird one. Very muted celebration there, Kenny.
Well, like you say, you had to double check just to see that it did go in, but yeah, straight header from a corner, well attacked, and 1-0.
I think it was Yarmolenko getting into that one, but very muted. As I say, I initially thought it gone in, then due to the mutedness of the old celebration, sort of taken back there. For a moment, everyone stopped, but it is a goal. And it was Yarmolenko who got the head on it. Flicked on at the near post and by the Ukrainian, and he found the back of the net, and West Ham do have the lead right before the interval. And it is the man who has dropped down from the senior side who has opened the scoring here in the Under-23s Premier League Cup. Mark Robson will be delighted with that one to reward them for a fairly concentrated period of possessions, but comes from the set piece, but they'll be delighted nonetheless, I'm sure. Alessio just with change of shirts now. No number on the back, but continues to have the captain's armband. And that's good work. As West Ham trying to break into the midfield there. It was a Swire. There's Okaflex who picks up that assist from the corner there. Here's the goal scorer, Yarmolenko. Good feet there to get away from Lloyd. Now Perkins, that's really good interchange, but the flag does go up on this occasion, but it was a close one now, but that's really smart play from West Ham.
Yeah, clever, bright play. And again, I'd like to see that, but I would have thought obviously it's tight, he's offside, but they keep probing, keep trying to get in, and I'm sure they will.
Hansen tries to find the pass out towards Campbell, but Swire does well just to nip in and make the interception. Hansen. As the referee brings the first half to a close. Kenny, what are your closing thoughts on that first half?
Well, obviously, Robbo and Steve will be delighted to be going in 1-0 up. I think the overriding will be make sure that we're concentrating fully at the back, don't get sloppy at the back. But we've controlled large spells of that. But realistically, to take more care in that going into the final third. I think if we take more care, a little bit more quality, then there's definitely more goals in this second half.
Let's hope so, but at the half-time interval, it is that late Yarmolenko header from Okaflex's corner that separates the two sides, and at the break, it is West Ham United 1, Swansea City 0.
Bowen to take it, left-footed, it'll swing in. Rice at the far post. Zuma's gone forward. This comes in and it's headed over the top, I think by Souček. Zuma was certainly in there. They want another corner. They're not going to get one. Yes, it was Souček who met it, but he couldn't guide it underneath the crossbar. Bowen runs away from a couple of players and threads a pass. Benrahma, brilliant save. Drops to Benrahma again. Real scramble. Hits the post. Straight back into the 6-yard box and over. It stayed out, and it's still 0-0. And Saeed Benrahma was denied by Ben Foster, and then I think the left upright. West Ham's best chance, still goalless. It's great play by Jarrod Bowen. Benrahma has the shot, and he has another go, and it does hit the post. Through the middle, Bowen, and he shoots from deflection. It's in. West Ham have scored. Jarrod Bowen struck speculatively from range, and it took a deflection off a Watford player, and Foster was stranded. The ball has rolled into the net, and something has gone West Ham's way at last. With 23 minutes to go, it's taken an almighty deflection off Samir, and it's absolutely Fox Foster, and that has broken the deadlock. West Ham 1, Watford 0, out of nothing. Bowen down the right, coming forward for West Ham, onto his left foot, shoots, oh, it's in the post! On a bit of fingertip from Foster, that could have been 2-0 and perhaps game over. Jarrod Bowen cutting in field and letting fly with that left foot, and it's just possible that a tumbling dive from Ben Foster, just reaching the ball with his fingertips, might have sent that onto the woodwork to keep it at 1-0.
What's Saeed doing?
That create 4 lines with a knee slide.
Oh, DJ and that, yeah?
Iron Bowen.
Oh, there's going to be a chance here, and West Ham have scored.
Oh, do you know what? I thought he was going to miss him. Not in a thingy way, but he played it with the outside of his right foot, and I thought, oh, I think he did as well. You watch, he looked back.
Now we needed that though.
Yeah, settled nerves, didn't it?
100%.
Dinamo Zagreb 0, West Ham.
Look, he has a bit of a panic.
It's a great goal.
Declan Rice is powering forward.
Get bored of seeing this now.
Don't ever get bored of seeing this, please. I'm going to pass. No, through the legs. Do you remember their centre midfield player come over down man? Yeah, you can't pass in that situation.
Yeah, I know. There's only one way I was going there. Overall, first good experience in Europe, 100%.
Rapid Vienna at home, we done the statue unveiling the night before, and you could tell from everyone they was just so buzzing for this game. And it was only in training the day before where I said to Deck, obviously unplanned, like, it gives you a chance to get forward and get in the box more and get some goals after, what, 29 minutes. Unreal for Mikey, wasn't it?
That create 4 lines with a knee slide.
Yeah, what was it? Oh, it's such a good night that night. That's probably my favourite night this night.
Was it?
Yeah.
It's a great finish, 2-0.
What's Saeed doing?
Saeed. Oh. Mate, these Europe games at home are the best though.
Yeah, I agree.
They're so good. And now we're going into the knockout stage, it's going to be really loud. Great ball from Cress.
Big Dulce, mate. Big slabbed.
He loves it.
Great header. Cress just putting people on.
Yeah, Cress is just having fun out there.
Slapping the West Ham. Oh, DJ and that, yeah?
Iron Bowen. Great goal. So easy when you play like that, through ball. Saeed goal. That's so good. Such a good goal. Legs. Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, see. Toe banger. Yes.
What a goal. So good.
So good at that, any Saeed.
Yeah. Chris ain't claiming an assist for that.
He claimed one on the coach on the way home.
1-0. That's a great header, that.
Yeah, joke.
Great pen this though.
Bit easier when there's no fans there.
Side foot that.
Yeah.
Lovely. Lovely penalty.
You had a night off, didn't you? Slippers on.
It's freezing.
Didn't even come on. He's had Ugg slippers on
I
the
was
bench.
fuming. I wanted to come on. So easy when you think about it. All you've done is just pass that in.
Yeah.
That could have been 5-0 that game, and it was 2.
Imagine making your debut in the Europa League.
Unreal.
I thought they'd done really well, the boys. Really well. What a goal, though.
Yeah, you can't. I didn't even realise it was like that. Oh, do you reckon he's meant that?
Well, have you seen these goals he scored in the past?
See now, the geese full bone slapped him.
Yeah, the games at home have been a joke this year. And obviously, the big draw to come. Can't wait.
And welcome along to our coverage of Aston Villa versus West Ham United. The last game of this round of WSL fixtures, your Sunday evening treat. Let's look at the Villa lineup first. 3 changes from the side that won 2-1 at Leicester in their last WSL match on the 23rd of January. Jill Scott, I should say, comes in for her home WSL debut. Risha Littlejohn and Emily Gielnik also in. Laura Blinkield, Chloe Arthur and Shania Hells make way. Arthur out with injury, as is new signing Rachel Corsi. Alicia Lehman starts against her former club. 4 changes for the Hammers from the side that lost 2-0 at Chelsea on Wednesday, the 26th of January, in their last WSL game. Mackenzie Arnold back in goal in place of Anna Lear. Jilly Flaherty comes in the back line in place of Hawa Sissoko. 2 changes further up the pitch. Abby Lee Stringer will shield that back 3. Zanetta Wynn making way. Danielle Brignas Dottir comes in for Melissa Phillis.
Welcome back to the Rush Green Stadium for the second half of this Premier League Cup contest between West Ham United and Swansea City, and it is the home side who have the advantage. 1 goal to the good. A late Yarmolenko header from an Okaflex corner gave Claret and Blue of West Ham a late lead, and we can see the goal here. Yarmolenko just finding some space at near post and just flicked it beyond the rooted Nico Hansen.
A really muted celebration.
Very, very muted. I'm not sure if that's maybe just because it's obviously he's used to the big stage, maybe. But yeah, it caught us off guard. I was unsure, but yeah, hopefully a chance this half for West Ham to come out a little bit more. As I say, there's not too much pressure in this game, and they've got the lead, so hopefully we see perhaps a little bit more an open play of them going forward. Swansea did have their chances in that first half. Lincoln, McFadden and Ben Lloyd testing Christian Heggie, who dealt with both chances well. Denied one at his near post and one at his far post. It looks like both sides are unchanged going into this second half. Kenny, what will Mark Robson want to be seeing a little bit more of this half?
A little bit more quality with that ball going into the final third, I think. If they can either get that timing of the run or the quality of the pass, then I'm sure they're going to get in, and I think that's what he'll be looking for.
Yeah, and the early ball in behind again, obviously that space started to open up towards the end of the latter stage of that first half, trying to clip those balls in behind the Swansea defence, which just crept higher and higher. And that early pass through from Archie Woods there, looking for the run of Sonny Perkins. Swansea will just continue to look to play the style of football that they want to play, and that's a really, really smart play. And a chance here. It's with Lincoln McFadden off the angle when he goes to the far corner and almost buries it. That's a similar chance to what he had in the first half, but this time choosing to go for the far corner. That was smart play from Swansea on the far side, and they almost levelled things up.
Yeah, couldn't quite see because it's over on that far side. Junior just got his feet crossed over and couldn't quite cut out that pass. But like I say, he's driven out across. Can't quite see how far wide that was, but it looked very close. Couldn't have been too far away.
Yeah, decent chance for Swansea early on in this half. Yeah, I think Junior Robinson just got his feet in a mo and just stumbled over, which allowed Lincoln McFadden to run through on Heggie's goal, but unable to take advantage, and West Ham remain the lead. And here is their goal scorer, Andre Yarmolenko. And Robinson now trying to just attack, and he's got the pace to get around his man, but it was good covering, I think, from Joel Cotterill in the end there. Okaflex just putting pressure on Butler there. And Jacob Jones forced backwards by Kamari Swire. But they managed to break through the lines, and it's with substitute Freeman. He's found Ben Lloyd now. He's got McFadden out to his left again. Here is Lincoln McFadden trying to take on Robinson, delivers it into the box early. But well positioned from Levi Lang just to deal with that cross and put it behind for another corner.
Yeah, McFadden's definitely the threat for Swansea. I know first half they obviously tried to, they hit plenty of diags, which Junior actually dealt with really well. but already he's shown what potential he's got out on that left, and he's a real threat.
Yeah, he's rated very highly at Swansea. Was signed from Preston North End, in fact, back in May last year. Made his senior debut in a 3-0 League Cup win for Swansea against Reading back in August. So clearly one that they see as challenging for those first team places, and his run that has led to this corner. And there's a man down the middle there. I think it was just a slip there because there was no appeal from Eriksson. But here is McFadden again. Whisker just trying to spin him behind there, but the flag is up on the near side. Here's Archie Woods now. Good forward running from Archie Woods, but he's just dispossessed it. And I think he wanted a foul there, but just eased off it on that far side. Trying to find Lincoln McFadden again there, but this time pass just over here. Swansea will be looking to kind of pick up something here just to regain their confidence. They haven't won in their last 5 games. 4 draws and a defeat in that time, as a red card for Andrei Yarmolenko there. I think we need to...
Looks like he's pulled his arms up to shield the ball and caught him in the face, but you saw the reaction from the dugout. Looks very harsh from here, but...
Looks very harsh, that. I have to say, I didn't quite catch it there. I thought it was just an innocent challenge, and the man who has given his side the lead is sent off there. I'm really not quite sure if that's sending off there. I think, in my opinion, he's just perhaps just flung an arm back, but I'm not sure how much malice is in that one. What do you think, Kenny?
No, it's disappointing because the referee couldn't wait to get his card out.
And here they come with a chance on the other end. It's come to Lloyd, and now West Ham have their work cut out. But yeah, back to the red card. I think Yarmolenko didn't have a look round his shoulder. He just put an arm out to shield the ball, and he just caught the face. I'm not sure who it was of Swansea who went down there, but didn't really look like there was too much contact.
No, that looks a really harsh decision, and has completely changed the makeup of this game now. Be interesting to see what Robbo and Steve do formation-wise. See if they do make any changes there.
Yeah, I suppose it poses a challenge to these boys in a game where there actually isn't really much riding on it. A chance for them to face some adversity, and
yeah, it's going to be a great challenge for them.
It's just a shame that the complexity of the game has to change, as Swansea have a real chance to get back into this one, and they might do so here with Campbell, who goes for goal. It's deflected. No, only just dropped wide. Not sure if Heggie was 100% confident that was going to drop past his post. It'll be Cotterill over this corner for Swansea. He plays it short. Now Ben Lloyd. About 25 yards from goal. He sets it to Campbell. Now on his right-hand side has got centre-half Scott Butler. He plays it inside. Now Campbell tries to receive the ball back there, but it's intercepted. A chance for West Ham to break, and it's with Swire. Referee waves play on. Driving in the defence, still Kamari Swire. It's a good run from the midfielder. Sets it left to Armstrong Ockerflex. It goes towards the byline. It just nicks away by the fullback to Von Gabriel Shesha. But that's really good running from Swire there through the centre of the park.
Yeah, it just relieves a bit of pressure, get us up the pitch, and now they can just control themselves and gather and just assess the situation now.
Yeah, really smart driving run in Armstrong Okaflex, just trying to beat Welsh fullback Taronge Rochesha. But it has gone out for a corner. They scored with an Okaflex delivery at the end of the first half. They might have a chance again here, and this time it's flicked away by Butler. It's still not cleared, and West Ham might have a chance to work this one back in. It's Okaflex into some space. Trying to take his man, cuts inside and goes for goal, but that one's wild, and it's not going to trouble Nico Hansen there.
Yeah, very wasteful there, especially Archie done really well on the edge of the box, keeping it alive, popping back out to Regan to then play it wide, but yeah, a bit wasteful.
Not able to add to the 14 goals that he has got so far this season. Armstrong Okaflex. Been a real star player for this under-23 side. Signed on after his contract expired at Celtic last summer. Of course, he scored in the reverse fixture as well. We're just unable to keep that one down and controlled. As Junior Robinson just makes the interception there, as that outlet to Lincoln McFadden again looked for by the Swansea City defence. Perkins pass just behind Regan Clayton. He's going to have to go back towards his own goal now. Now Lang looking for the forward pass, but no one there to get on the end of it on this occasion. Doesn't look like there's been too much of a change in shape. I think Dan Chess is just pushing a little bit wider on that far side to cover the space vacated by Yarmolenko's dismissal.
Yeah, they've just gone into two banks of four, and Sonny leading the line up front on his own.
That's a nice little reverse pass from behind. Lloyd's got a task keeping it in, and he just manages to get a cross in. But it is dealt with by Heggie. Ben Lloyd just darting in behind Junior Robinson there. Dan Chess is more than capable of playing out wide. We saw in some recent games he has played out on that right wing before Thierry Nevers held down that spot in recent fixtures. But here's Jones on the opposite flank. Freeman just twisting and turning and managing to keep hold of possession. Now our forward runners, and he's looked in behind. It's a good smart header, but it might fall the way of a black shirt of Swansea, but it was dealt with well by Levi Lang, and then Alfredo Alessi covering the depth well. I think it was Lloyd trying to get him behind again.
That was an important interception from Levi there.
Yeah, that first header just managed to just about get enough on it, and then good awareness by Alessi to step across and sweep up. But as you expect, Swansea just increasing the pressure on West Ham. It's pretty much a whole half for West Ham to go with 10 men. And here's Campbell. Steps inside nicely with a little step over, but he's given the ball away cheaply. That's a good challenge for Freeman, just to stop Chester's advancing, but West Ham won't mind that one too much. Means they can retain some possession at the back. Chesters does well just to hold off his man. Back into Woods, but that outlet missing now as Sonny Perkins starts to drop a little bit deeper to help out the midfield, and it's going to be a tricky afternoon, rest of the afternoon for Sonny up top. Lloyd just trying to set away Lincoln McFadden. He's got the run on Junior Robinson here, getting him behind McFadden, and the pullback looking for, I think, Terrell Whittaker, but McFadden unable to accurately find his man. But back comes Swansea. It's with Rio Campbell, exchanges with Whittaker, and now it's Jones.
It's really important we're patient now in our defending. We don't get pulled out of positions. I think we're doing that at the moment and hopefully frustrate the Swansea attack.
That's a fantastic ball out from Freeman to McFadden. It comes to Lloyd, who strikes it first time. But it hits Levi Lang, and then down goes Dan Chesters. I think it was perhaps Cotterill, I think, who made that challenge, and it'll be a booking.
I think there's a bit of movement as well on the bench, so looks like a couple of substitutions that Robbo's making.
Yeah, it looks like Jamal Baptiste is going to come on to replace Levi Lang, so a change at the back for the Hammers. And then off comes Archie Woods, and he's going to be replaced by Osama Ashley.
Might be a wide. I don't think that's anything to do with the performance of Archie. I think obviously he's got a yellow card as well. I can't afford to get another one sent off, and he's competitive, so probably a wise move.
Certainly, and on comes Osama Ashley. They're trying to look to work an opportunity here, and Perkins might have a chance here. Just tries to clip it through, but it's dealt with by the Swansea defence, and now advances Cotterill, and he's got the speedy Lincoln McFadden on that left-hand side again. Plays it back in towards Freeman, who's got space here to find a pass. Campbell trying to cut inside the left foot and tries to wrap it towards goal, but dealt with.
Yeah, good defending again by Regan there.
Now a chance for West Ham to counter. That's where you feel their goal is going to come from now. Okafleck trying to feed it in behind to Chesters, but it's good covering by Rashesha. And away they come again. It's with Lloyd. Game really stretching and opening up now. It's with McFadden again. Tries to deliver on his left foot, but it goes behind for a corner. But it's really come quite open now, Kenny.
Yeah, this is getting a little bit like a basketball match, but when we are, but it is really important, we still have to try and carry a threat going forward. But obviously Swansea are going to have the lion's share of the play, and it is predominantly going to be in our half.
And they have a corner kick to deal with here. I think Cotterill just going to go over to take. Referee just keeping his eye on things in the middle there. Just a few argy-bargies in the centre. But it'll be an in-swinging corner from Joel Cotterill. It's a high one towards the far post, but it's headed away well by Alessi. And Chester just putting Lloyd under pressure there, but Rashesha tries to recycle it, but that one will run through all the way for a goal kick.
Leslie's been really dominant today in both boxes, really, and you know, again, he's going to be needed for these last 25 minutes, whatever we've got left.
Yeah, he's always a stand-up performer in the games that I've had the pleasure of commentating on is always one of the ones that stands out for me at the back. I think Zavon gave him man of the match, if I recall correctly, earlier this season. Just over 25 minutes remaining here at Rush Green. West Ham, a goal to the good, but their goal scorer Yarmolenko dismissed, perhaps harshly, by the referee earlier in this half for perhaps a stray elbow in the face of a Swansea City player. But they have that lead and they've got something to protect. Butler just tries to look down the line. Now Freeman will try again. Tries to clip the ball in behind for McFadden, who I think is just offside there.
Yeah, good line held there by the West Ham back four.
And there'll be a substitution for Swansea. And replacing number 3, Jacob Jones, is Jones urged to hurry off there. I think that's Joe Thomas just coming across to this near side. Welsh fullback. Only a recent signing in January from local team Cambrian and Clydock. And he'll have an early task here to deal with Okaflex, who just goes inside the Swire. Ashley now feeds it in to Chester, who just bounces it back to Ashley. Baptiste just looking that running behind of Dan Chester's there, but it was cut out by the Swansea City defence. Now here come Swansea again. It's with Campbell, who's seeing a lot more of the ball this second half. Now it's played towards Terrell Whittaker. Just waits for options, and he's got plenty in the middle. Delivers to his left foot, but it's cleared away at the near post by Baptiste. But Chester's with not many options ahead of him. But now they join him, and one of them is Junior Robinson. He's got Perkins ahead of him, and if he managed to find that pass, I think Perkins was in there. But it might still be a chance still with Dan Chester's, but he's adjudged for gone early. But you feel that's probably where the goal's going to come from, when they're able to just catch Swansea on the counter and they can overload the numbers.
Yeah, it's William running from Junior there and got us up the pitch. A little bit more care again though going into that final third. Just been lacking that for this game really.
Rochester Out left to Ericsson. And now McFadden trying to drive at the West Ham defence once more. On this occasion, he's unable to break through. Junior Robinson just does well to hold on to possession there as he lost his balance. Ajbodo Alesse more than happy to take his time in possession as Baptiste looks for that forward pass, and it's good running from Perkins and a really neat layoff from the West Ham forward to find Chesters, and now Okaflex, and Clayton has joined him in support. Okaflex, good feet, but unable to find a way past his man, but chooses just to slow things down. Now Baptiste stepping into the opposition half and looks for the run of Chesters, and it's good covering from Ericsson. He does well in the end to win the throw-in for his side. Looks like there'll be another change for Swansea. I think it's going to be Ben Ericsson coming off, and coming on is number 15, Jack Stafford. Centre-half signed from Irish side Waterford at the beginning of this month after a successful trial. He had come through the Exeter City Academy, who are also in this Premier League Cup group. Good work on that far side, and now West Ham had a throw in which Junior Robinson's going to take just in line with the 18-yard box. Perkins turns well and he wins a free kick, and that's really well played from Sonny Perkins. They're really smart to draw the foul there.
Yeah, bright play. Came off from the throw and then completely sold a couple of dummies to the defenders. Good opportunity.
I think of John Freeman just tripping up Sonny Perkins. He tried to turn away. A really good opportunity here, just outside the penalty area. It's quite far wide to the right, but do you think they'll take a shot on here? Or angle's tight?
Tell, like you say, yeah, it depends on that angle. Was there three of the boys around it? I bet they all fancy it.
It's like Dan Chesters has just left it.
I think if Sonny's on it, I think he's only looking to shoot from here.
Yeah, perhaps suits the left foot of Perkins as well. Okaflex just trotting away, and it looks like it is going to be Sonny Perkins. He won the free kick, and he's got a great opportunity here. He has gone for goal, but he does strike the wall. Just unable to get it up and over the men in the wall for Swansea, but chance here to break, and it might fall for Perkins, but he can't quite get there first. Swansea just working it over to this side, and now they've got substitute Joe Thomas. Touch is just a little bit heavy, but manages to take him round Armstrong Okaflex, but eventually runs out of space. And Armstrong Okaflex doing well there to track back, and that's going to be important that the attacking players do support the defenders in the rest of this game, with the side being down 10 men.
They're all going to have to put a shift in there.
Strong header, and it's initially missed by Baptiste, but Alesse again alert to just take the no-nonsense approach on that one. is Stafford. Trying to look forward, but West Ham just denying Swansea City any space in their half at the moment. And Swansea just having to be patient in possession. Here's Rochesha. Looks at switch out to the left-hand side to Lincoln McFadden. Now Cotterill driving past Sonny Perkins, and he still goes Joel Cotterill, and he sets it out left. And just a little bit of lapse in communication there from McFadden and Lloyd, but eventually it works in the favour of West Ham and goes out. It's a throw-in, in fact, for the visitors on that far side, but they dealt with it well, West Ham. There's Whittaker. Now McFadden, and Lloyd just lets it run out. There'll be a corner that Joel Cotterill goes over to deliver. The very crowded 6-yard box there. Plenty around Christian Heggie. And it's whipped in. It's towards the far post. It's headed away by Baptiste. But it's kept alive, and that's really good work from, I think it was Regan Clayton there.
Yeah, well defended again. They're asking questions of this West Ham back four, but they're definitely answering them all.
That was a good header out by Baptiste initially, and then good maturity from Regan Clayton, just to be aware of that one there, to win the foul. And Heggie just going into the referee's book there. I think he's just given him a bit of warning. Not sure there was too much in that, really. Pass intercepted by Cotterill. Baptiste was trying to fire a pass forward. As Butler steps inside, and his pass is deflected, and then Joel Cotterill and Junior Robinson, I think it's Ben Lloyd in fact, and Junior Robinson going up for the header there. Both look okay. Perhaps in the end Junior Robinson did come off worse, so he just takes to the deck. But how pleasing have Junior Robinson and Regan Clayton's performances been at fullback this afternoon?
Yeah, I think they can be very pleased with their performances, their contributions to this so far. Obviously, we've still got a bit of time left, but, you know, for up until now, both been very assured, very confident. Junior's had a tough afternoon, but he's never, you know, he's had a bit of joy. He's given us a threat going forward, and he's stuck at his task. And he's up against a good player there, so he's had more of a test. Regan's just looked very composed and given a real good balance out on this left-hand side. So both players, along with Archie, can all be pleased with their contribution.
Certainly, Junior often used to playing a bit hard at the pitch, but he's had to deal with that threat from Lincoln McFadden, who looks a very good player for Swansea, in fact, and he has troubled Junior at times. He's managed to cope well, and he, so far, the first 77 minutes or so, it's Junior Robinson who's managed to keep him from breaking through for Swansea. So I think all the scholars can be pleased with their performance, but still 10 minutes, just over 10 minutes to go. They'll be looking to secure that clean sheet and that win if they can. It's delivered into the box, and it's all a fantastic chance for Whittaker there. And he's just unable to guide it goalwards, but a fantastic chance there.
Yeah, won't get a better opportunity to equalise there.
And looks like it's going to be a double switch. And coming off his Sonny Perkins. He's going to be replaced by Devin Mabama, another one who's featured mainly for the under-18s. And off comes Regan Clayton. And he's going to be replaced by Jaden Fevrier.
Number 3 is off the pitch. Number 3 is off the pitch.
In fact, I think there might have just been a change in plan. I think Regan Clayton is going to stay on, yeah, and in fact it's going to be Junior Robinson to come off there. Just to recap, that's Junior Robinson off and Sonny Perkins off, and on comes Jaden Fevrier and Devin Mabama. Jaden Fevrier, another one that has been very young coming through the system. He's in fact the youngest ever to play for the under-23s. Broke Mark Noble's record versus Leicester back in 2018. And Devin Mabama up top. As I say, has played more for the under-18s this year and he made his debut for the England under-18s back in November. Scored in his third appearance, which was versus Portugal. Ashley just under a bit of pressure there. And eventually does well to guide it back to Jamal Baptiste. And some fresh legs up top with Devin Mabama. That's going to help out a little bit, isn't it, given the circumstances?
Yeah, it's a bit of a thankless task when you go down to 10 men and you're the sole striker. So Sonny, again, really put himself to, again, put a real shift in. But maybe it's good to get them fresh legs up there. Gives you that option again to just go a little bit into running into channels, running into space. And Divine can do that. So, yeah, again, just gives you a different option.
McFadden just manages to keep it in, but the switch pass almost falls to Okaflex, but Campbell able to collect it. Now Butler. Goes back to Rashesha. Now Freeman. This is patient build-up from Swansea. Now out the left-hand side when McFadden is again. He steps inside and finds Freeman. But it's good pressure just to force Swansea back by Swire.
Yeah, looking really organised at the moment. Again, being patient, shifting across the pitch as Swansea like to switch in play a lot.
Here's McFadden, but I think that one has just gone out on that far side, and it's another change, and this time it's for Swansea. And looks like it's going to be Rio Campbell to be replaced, and he'll be replaced by Cameron Congreve.
I'm sure Potsy's going to be delighted with the way they've defended this second half.
Yeah, they've kept things really tight. Like since the sending off, they haven't really given up too many opportunities. They've just got to hold on for a few more minutes, but here come the visitors, and it's with Joe Thomas, and Regan Clayton just goes to ground there, but just fakes out his man there.
Great defending by Regan.
Just slid in, and I think Joe Thomas just thought the block was coming in and just ended up miscuing his cross, and it went out for a goal kick. Heggie, and it's up towards Obama, and there's two hands in the back of Obama. Baptiste, he looked, I think, for a ball in behind from Obama, who just chosen a different option there in terms of his movement. And Swansea continue to probe and try and break down this resilient and resolute West Ham side, but a chance maybe here. To Lloyd, and he's got McFadden to his left, and Lloyd goes to goal, and it'll be difficult to tell from angle, but I don't think it was really going to trouble Heggie there, but I don't think West Ham really mind those shots from range, really.
I was going to say that. I don't think if it flies in from there, then you just got to hold your hands up. Actually, you'll take them. But like you say, it didn't look like it was going to trouble our goal.
Ben Lloyd has been impressive this afternoon. He's only 16 years of age, the Swansea central midfielder. He's a lifelong Swans fan and still a season ticket holder. Here's Whittaker, who had that great headed chance but was unable to capitalise. And that's given away by Ben Lloyd, and now a switch of players. He looks for Okaflex, who's going to have to try and work hard here, but he ends up perhaps just a little bit of fatigue in the legs there for Marshall Okaflex. And Okaflex enters the referee's notebook. Bevere just unable to keep the ball in play on that far side. But Baptiste just does well to guide that one behind the goal line. And out for a goal kick for Christian Heggie, who is on a booking. So he's just going to have to be careful not to take too much time over these goal kicks.
Going long.
4 minutes to go here at the Rush Green Stadium. This will be a really good win for West Ham, a really battling performance. Not been at their absolute best going forward today, but they've showed their defensive prowess and especially a good response since the sending off of Yarmolenko at the start of this half. Rashesha tries that ball through towards Thomas, and Heggie just takes no chances there and clears it out. Here's Freeman, and now Butler. He goes out right to find Thomas. Changes passes with Freeman, and now Thomas looking to get a ball into the box. And he crosses it in, but there is again Ajibola Alese at the near post to clear it. But it will be another corner kick as their pressure continues to grow. Pretty much everyone forward for Swansea apart from Rashesha and the keeper. And that's a really poor corner in the circumstances. Cameron Congreve was trying to deliver that one into the box. I'll have to show more quality if they're to break through this West Ham defence. And that one might just fall away of Lincoln McFadden, but it's actually really alert and smart defending. You go Jamal Baptiste just coming across there, making the decision, and they're taking no chances there. Heggie was coming for it, but
yeah, I think Jamal made a really good decision there.
Cotterill bounces the ball and sets it down and takes the short corner. Now towards Bond, it's fizzed across in it straight into the chest of Heggie on this occasion. Beverly takes throw-in, but Swansea regain possession through Freeman. Now Congreve, and he's got substitute Thomas in his sub. That's another great bit of defending from Regan Clayton to stop that through ball going through. And now Okaflex trying to take on Butler, but it's a strong challenge from Butler. Good running from Okaflex. That's really good defending from Regan Clayton again.
In play. Good. Yes, Joe. Joe, I might need you because the striker's going to drop. Joe, get him. Joe, go on. Scott, 14. Get up!
Ashley just has to send that one towards his own goal. Just forced down there by the Swansea man. Heggie clears. And challenged by Mabama, who does win the flick on. Now Thomas can bring it down. And Clayton gets a foot in again. So there's 5 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the 90 minutes. And that switch pass again over towards McFadden, but he's gone a little bit too early. But Kenny, if I had to come to you and ask for a man of the match, who are you going to award that one to?
I think there's been some defensively. We've had some really strong performances. I think this left-hand side of the defence has been, exceptional. Really, again, a lot of questions been asked of the back four. But for me, in particular, I think Regan's really done well throughout the whole game, with and without the ball, and he'll be my man of the match today.
Yeah, I think that's well deserved. This second half particularly, he's had a lot more to deal with going in a defensive term, and he's really dealt with it very maturely, especially for a scholar.
Yeah, two very different halves. He had plenty of the ball first half, and I can't remember him giving the ball away. And like I say, the second half, he's just shown his defensive quality. So he's had all round a really impressive game for the 23s today.
Swansea just trying to find that one chance that they can maybe create to level up this game late on. Delivered in, it's towards Congreve, but it's headed away by Lesse. McFadden it was again delivering. And eventually dealt with, I think Fevrier done very well there. Okaflex just providing the outlay, and he does well to hold it up. And now Chesters has got Mabama running ahead of him. Chesters continues to go as Clayton was racing around his far side, but perhaps smartly Chesters just chooses to keep possession inside their own half. Okaflex just loses out on this occasion. Here's Freeman, he looks right and finds Thomas, who sets it outside and finds Congreve. And it's dealt with well by Ashley, but it's a throw-in deep inside the West Ham United half. Thomas tries to deliver, but it will be a corner. And this might be the final chance that Swansea get in this game. just under 2 minutes remaining of stoppage time. It's Congreve over the corner. Plenty in there. Whipped towards the far post, and it's a really strong header away. Jamal Baptiste, I think it was, getting ahead in it there. And now Lloyd on that left foot. Clips on towards the far post, and Hedges hesitated, and it just falls kindly. Lincoln McFadden, I think, getting the header on it, but just couldn't generate enough power, and a fortunate one that Hedges could just come and pluck that one out of the air. Ben Lloyd just goes down under a challenge from Ashley. And the referee going into his notebook again. I think he found his cards at half-time. The referee's been happy to dish them out this second half. Of course, a reminder that a red card was shown to Yarmolenko at the start of this half. West Ham pretty much had to play, well, more than 45 minutes in the end plus stoppage time. Down to 10 men. They've only got this final attack ready to deal with, you think. Mabama just trying to get him behind. He'll just try and run down the clock here, I'm sure. And the referee brings the 90 minutes to an end, and it is a victory for West Ham. That Andrei Yarmolenko headed goal from an Okaflex corner at the end of the first half proves to be crucial, but it was goal scorer Yarmolenko who was sent off right at the beginning of the second half, but a really gritty and determined performance from West Ham to come away with 3 points here in the Premier League Cup and advance to the next round. But Kenny, what a really good defensive display that second half.
Yeah, I'm sure Robbo and Potsy will be delighted with the way they defended. They look really well organised, which is pleasing. They were disciplined. Swansea are a decent side. Obviously, they've got quite a bit of threat going forward, and I thought we dealt with a lot of what they gave. And like I say, we get the goal. Just but to defend with 10, it's not easy. And we still carried a bit of a threat going forward as well, but delighted to get the win. I'm sure Robbo is, like you say, on the back of 2 defeats, delighted to win and delighted for that clean sheet.
Yeah, a very happy afternoon in the end for Hammers fans, and here's a look back at the goal that made the difference. The free header from Yarmolenko on the edge of the 6-yard box opened the scoring, and that was to be the sole goal of this afternoon's game. But thank you for joining us this afternoon. Thanks to you, Kenny, for joining me on co-commentary.
Pleasure.
And we hope to be back soon. We hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and we look to the future, and we will see you again very soon. Thank you very much.